Hey guys, I'm at the Woodshed Barber, and today we are talking about the VGR V003. So guys, this is coming at the request of a lot of you that, whenever I talked about the JRL, everybody's like, oh, you need to try the VGR V003. You need to try this. And honestly, I was excited about getting it because I do like trying these nobody clippers. I mean, I hate to say nobody. These are people too. But these names that nobody knows about. And a lot of them are just cheap brands just trying to make a buck. Some of them just come straight from the factory this way. And a lot of them are just clones. But this one, I'll put it like this. If I could take everything I loved from the JRL and everything I love from this, it might be the perfect clipper. It's not a perfect world. Can't do that. So there's a lot to unpack with this one. Let's get into this.
Pop the hood. 2JZ engine, no shit.
So the VGR V003, yeah, it's a JRL clone. However, I wish I would have kept it with me to show that it is longer and slimmer than the Onyx. It does have 2 speeds, and it is more powerful at each speed. So the JRL was at 6,000 RPMs for the lowest speed, and then 6,800 RPMs for the next highest speed. Now, this is not going off the box. This is from what I clocked on it. But this tool is at 7,100 RPMs for the lowest speed and 8,700 RPMs for the highest speed. So it is plenty powerful. Now, whenever I say that the JRL was not powerful enough for me, that's just my opinion, guys. That's just my opinion. I may be wrong from the overall scope of things, but for me, it didn't go through bulk the way I like clippers to go through bulk. I'm not trying to yuck your yum. I'm just yumming my yum and yucking my yuck, if you know what I'm saying. It's a terrible way to put that. Anyway, power on this thing. Now, it does have about 4 hours of runtime, 250 minutes, so it's a little bit over 4 hours. It does have a 3-hour charge time, and it does charge with very simple charging. Now, no base. I don't expect a $45 or $55 clipper to have a base, but it is USB-C. So I do appreciate that. But overall, pretty powerful clipper. Goes through everything quite nicely. I ended up, for purposes of that, I ended up grabbing this one more often than the JRL. So do with that as you may. But power on this one, I'm going to go 9 out of 10.
You're in dire need of an upgrade. Systemic, top to bottom.
It's a clone, but I will say it's got these grooves in nice places. This right here, it does have a softer feel. It is a heavier clipper, much heavier than the JRL. But biggest gripe about that is the clicks. Now, it's not as bad as some click levers I've worked with, but there's a lot of play. So whenever I use this clipper, look at how much wiggle room there is there between clicks. There's a lot of play, and it's tightened with a Torx Allen wrench. Like, I've never seen a taper screw have that, but I've tightened it. Doesn't change anything. It just has a lot of play. I don't like that for clippers. I don't. I expect them to kind of stay put with their clipper arm. So, since the design is nice, but overall is a worse version of what the JRL is, I'm gonna have to give the design of this thing a 5 out of 10. So the blade. Now the blade looks pretty cool. It has kind of this flat, almost powder coated, I would dare say like military style, coating to it. But that's where the coolness stops. It does have a unique shape to it. They did some things a little different, but to me, it just didn't go through the hair well. So I ended up switching it out and putting a Stylecraft gold fade blade on it. And that's what I ended up using mostly with it. It cuts fine. It's nothing to write home about. I would compare it to the stock blade on a Wall Sterling 4. It's fine. It's nothing special. So on this one, I would say the blade is a 6 out of 10.
Because the way that my bank account is set up, the thing is, I got a checking in the savings, but all my money is in the savings.
Price. Well, I mean, you can't beat the price. I think I paid $50 around that for this. Come on, guys. $50. It does come with a charging cable, well, charging cord, but of course it's USB-C, so it's pretty much just a USB-C cord. It does come with that. It comes with 6, cutting guides, which are pretty much, imitating the wall premium guards, which most of these clipper companies are doing nowadays. It's nothing extra that you get in the box, but for what it is, it's all right. So for price, I'm gonna have to say the price of this is a 9 out of 10.
They've done studies, 60% of the time it works every time.
So performance, how does it perform overall? I end up using it for more of the same purposes I use the JRL for, just fading, but the JRL faded smoother. This one does go through a little bit more bulk, in my opinion, but it didn't do that great as well. Like, it did it okay. It's not mythic heavy, but it's heavy. It's got some weight to it. I do like the ergonomics on it as far as the length of it and the skinniness of it better than the JRL. That's one thing that I wish that the JRL had, was more of this size. But, it's a fun clipper to work with. I would just say to me, the quality kind of meets the price. I know that a lot of people are probably excited about seeing this review, but this is not a winner for me. Actually, let me just put it like this. If you like tools that are obscure, that nobody else has, that you love getting a decent tool for cheap price, this one might be the one for you. But if you're looking for top quality, I just don't think this one's it. Maybe I got a dud, and sometimes whenever cheap clippers like this right here, that's what happens. Where you may get 1 out of 1,000 to be a dud from a different company, like maybe Andis or Stylecraft or whatever, or Babeless. With a company like this, it may be 1 out of 20, 1 out of 30. You never know. Mass manufactured cheaper tools like this, they do cut corners, and because of that, you get more lemons. So overall, I'm going to say that this tool is about a 6 out of 10. Do I believe it has a place in the barbershop? Sure. But it doesn't have a place at my station. So, sorry guys. For me, this one's a dud. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please click that subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, share this video, keep the comments humble and kind, and as always, I'll check you on the next one.